Antonio Conte at Inter Milan, how Conte can make Inter champions again. Before the video starts, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and like and share the video if you enjoy it. I've also put a quiz question in the comment section below, so go down there and comment your answer. After Juventus stormed away with the Serie A title this season and Inter Milan only secured a Champions League place on the last day of the season with a 4th place finish, it seems that the board at Inter have decided that in order to recapture the Serie A title from Juve's clutches, they need some drastic change, and that drastic change has confirmed to be Antonio Conte, who will take over at the San Siro next season. Conte brings a wealth of experience of how to build a side to challenge and win league titles, as he has done both at Juventus and Chelsea before. But how will Conte rebuild this Inter side to enable them to compete with Cristiano Ronaldo's Juventus? Conte doesn't have a set tactical system that he likes to implement from club to club. He is very versatile tactically, using a 5-3-2 and a 4-4-2 diamond at Juventus before moving to a 5-4-1 system at Chelsea. This Inter side would probably suit either a 5-4-1 or a 4-2-3-1 system, as Brozovic and Vecino are a very good pair as a double pivot due to their positional awareness, reading of the game and tackling ability. Inter also have 4 very good centre-backs at the club for next season: Skriniar, De Vrij, Miranda and Godin, so using a back 3 will be well suited to these players, and Godin struggles when being confronted in the channels in one-on-one positions, so using him as a central centre-back in a back 3 will protect his weaknesses and get the best out of his strengths, which are his reading of the game, aerial ability and positional awareness. In terms of player recruitment, Inter first have to decide who stays and who goes. Perisic should be sold this summer to get him off the wage bill, as should Borja Valero, Dalbert, Candreva and D'Ambrosio. Conte looks like he wants to get rid of Icardi, and even though I would personally keep Icardi at Inter, with the controversy that has followed him this season, I feel that allowing Conte to make the decision would be the most beneficial thing, as if the Bulls do overrule him and Icardi is out of favour with Conte next season, his market value will drop and it could cause problems in the dressing room for Inter Milan. Inter could probably get around £75 million for Icardi, which could be reinvested into the squad. So where should Inter look to improve their squad? Well, in order to play a 5-4-1, they'll probably need to invest in 2 new wingbacks, with Ziyech and Asamoah not top-class fullbacks in terms of their offensive output. Inter should pursue Godin and Lazaro, who will be available from Hertha Berlin this summer, and Junior Firpo, the Real Betis left wing-back. Lazaro is a tremendous attacking fullback, which is seen with the 1.8 key passes per game he has registered in the Bundesliga this season, and the 2.3 key passes per game from the 2017-2018 season. He's a great age profile as well and would only cost around £15 million. Firpo will be more expensive as his release clause currently stands at £45 million, but he's one of the best attacking fullbacks in the world and will provide the assets of a traditional winger on the left hand side with his dribbling ability in one-on-one situations, his electric pace to motor up and down the channel and his low crossing ability, which is probably one of his best attributes. Signing these 2 players would provide Conte's side with the pace, dribbling ability and fantastic offensive output from out wide. For the central midfield double pivot in the 5-4-1, Vecino and Brozovic would be 2 good options, with Vecino the ball-winning midfielder there to break up the play, and Brozovic the creative player whose responsibility it would be to advance the attack with incisive passes into the 2 attacking midfielders between the lines. Even so, Inter should look to improve this area by signing Wilfred Ndidi from Leicester, who'd cost around £45 to £50 million. Ndidi has made 3.8 tackles and 2.2 interceptions per game in the Premier League this season, which compared to Matthias Vecino's 1.7 tackles and 0.6 interceptions per game in Serie A is a massive improvement. A duo of Ndidi and Brozovic would provide the balance of industriousness and the ability to break up play alongside Brozovic's creativity from deep, which will be needed in Conte's quick transition setup. In the 2 advanced midfield positions where Hazard and Pedro played for Conte at Chelsea, Inter will need to recruit as they currently lack advanced midfield players or wingers, as the likes of Perisic, Candreva and Keita Balde will not be at the club next season. Politano would be a good option on the right hand side, cutting in on his left into the half spaces where he's very good at either whipping in an in-swinging cross, playing a through ball in behind the back line or linking up with an overlapping fullback in the channel. Hakim Ziyech should definitely be Inter's #1 target this summer. He has a £25 million release clause, which is a bargain considering he's one of the best attacking midfielders in Europe this season. Creative-wise, he'd be a massive improvement for Inter's attack. In Eredivisie last season, he had 3.7 key passes and 2.6 dribbles per game alongside 16 goals and has been consistently one of the best players in the league, topping the key pass table in Holland for the last 4 seasons. He has proved that he can continue this at the top level with 2.2 key passes and 2.8 dribbles per game in the Champions League this season. Playing on the left in Conte's 5-4-1 system, he'd also provide the work rate and defensive output that Conte would require, which is seen with the 1.7 tackles per game in the Eredivisie and the 2.5 per game in the Champions League that he has registered this season. Ziyech would be the key piece in the Inter side with the three centre-backs and defensive double pivot of Brozovic and Ndidi behind him. With the width being provided by the wing-backs, he'd have the freedom to roam into central positions to find the half spaces in a way that was so effective for him at Ajax this season. To replace Icardi would be a tough task for Inter, with similar players like Jovic and Piatek already being touted by big clubs or out of Inter's reach. Lukaku has emerged as a main centre-forward target, but playing as a lone striker in the system, the centre-forward will need to be very good at linking the attack and midfield, whilst also being able to make short runs in behind the backline for the likes of Politano and Ziyech to find with through balls. Lukaku fulfills the second need, but his hold-up play and technical ability is not good enough for the system. Memphis Depay would be the perfect player, playing as a deep lying forward. Depay offers creativity through his dribbling, quick interplay and ability to create chances. This is seen with the 3.1 key passes he has made in the league this season, which is the most in the league. Even though he has underperformed his expected goals rate by 4.2 goals, in the 2017-2018 season he overperformed it by 6 goals, showing that his finishing level is probably somewhere in between, and has shown in several performances for Lyon that he has a very good finishing ability in the box as well as his long range shooting ability. Playing in a front three with Politano and Ziyech, Depay will be able to alternate between dropping deep into central positions and making sharp runs in behind when playing on the shoulder of the back line. He'd cost around £60 million, and at 25 he should be approaching his peak in the next few seasons. These signings would rejuvenate Inter's squad, getting rid of the dead wood approaching their 30s like Perisic, Candreva and Borja Valero, and bringing in younger, more talented players, while setting out a clear system of how they want to play and bringing in players who are suited to Conte's quick transitioning deep block 5-4-1. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.